Press meet of CIEL HR group எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கங்கள் வாழ்த்துக்கள். இது எங்களோட CIEL HR உடைய 11வது ஆண்டு நிறைவு. அதனுடைய ஆனுவல் ரிப்போர்ட் ரிலீஸ் பண்றோம். பிளஸ் சில முக்கியமான சாதனைகள் what we've done in the last year. That's FY26 we want to share with you. And we have evolved a new model, a vision 2030 kind of a thing, which we wanted to unveil in front of you, which we believe will make a big change as far as this industry is concerned. First, the results, what we have done. As you know, every year we meet the media. We've always been sharing what we intend to do, what new things we are doing. And I've been grateful to each of you for covering it very well. So last year we have finished the year with 1,985 crores from around 1,500 crores we did the previous year. So we have a 32% growth in our revenue. India Mulka in the industry for 10% வளர்ந்திருக்கு. HR service industry has grown by around 10%. We have grown by 32%. Okay, so that's the first one. We have grown the EBITDA, that's operating profit, by a larger proportion. And LMA detail that we'll make a presentation. Okay, that's one. The two, I'm just giving you an overview. I'd like to introduce my colleagues, Nelson, who's the Chief Digital Officer, Aditya Mishra, who is the MD and the Group CEO. Okay, so both of them will take you through a presentation, very short presentation, which will give you what we have to communicate. After that, we'll listen to your questions. Okay, so the sum of what we have to present is this: while the industry has grown 10%, we have grown 32%. When we restarted this, as you know, the company history is rooted in Marfa. Marfa I ran for about 18 years, and we grew the company to be the first 1,000 crore company in this industry. After that, we sold the business to Randstad, and Randstad took over us in the year 2010, and I went into public life, as you know, two terms I was an MLA, and after that, in this period, Mr. Aditya Mishra started this company along with Lata, my wife, and they grew the company to a 300 crores kind of a level. At that point in time, I left politics, came back to business. The last 5 years, I'm associated with them as the executive chairman of the company. Okay, so the vision that we are articulating now is based on certain changes which is happening in the industry. The arrival of AI, big changes in the statutory framework, especially the labor codes, and in terms of some of the mega shifts happening in the future of work itself. So we'll do it in both English and Tamil, but just if you're not catching anything, please point out and then ask us a question. We'll do a 15 minutes presentation, and Aditya will lead the presentation. Okay? Yes, sir. Yeah, go on.
This financial year which has just passed by, the turnover is about 2,000 crore, nearing 2,000 crore. We have about 1,450 people working for the company, and 83 offices and 41 locations we are present. So these are large, could be just elements of statistics, but this makes us one of the largest companies in India in HR solutions field.
83 பேர்ன்றது just underlining what you're saying in Tamil. இதுவரைக்கும் நாங்க கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 100 தொழில் முனைவோர்களை பிசினஸ் பார்ட்னர்ஸா ஒருங்கிணைத்து அவர்களே வளர்த்துருக்கோம். எங்க ரெவென்யூல 12% பிசினஸ் பார்ட்னர்ஸ் மூலமாக வருது, பிரான்ச்சைசிஸ் சொல்லுவாங்க. இந்த பிரான்ச்சைசி மாடலை முதல் முறையா சக்சஸ் ஆக்குறது இந்த துறையில CIEL HR.
Yeah. So this gives us a little bit of a picture of how the company journey has been. While from 92, MAFA started, and Mr. Pandirajan talked about the history of the journey from 92 to 2015. I'm just covering 2015 to 2025, these 10 years. What's the major milestones that we have achieved? The first 3 years of the company was largely to make the foundation stronger, anchored on technology. We were one of the first companies in India to use AI principles in 2015 to use machine learning kind of technology in our internal tool which does recruitment. So that happened the first 3 years. Then the business partner model that Mr. Pandirajan just now talked about is something which perfected that in those first 6 years. 2015 to 21, a large presence in India that makes us those 83 offices, 41 locations. Right? 2023 onwards, a second phase of CLHR journey started. So where we started our inorganic growth and we expanded our vision from what we were initially doing. Initially 2015 to 21, we were just focused on talent acquisition. 23 onwards, we started the second kind of another stream of HR value stream, which is about talent assessment, development and engagement. You will see three large companies that we acquired in this particular space in India, which ranges CLHR as a group to be one of the largest solution providers in talent assessment and development in India. Jombe, Thomas Assessment, which is an international talent assessment leader, probably the second largest company in the world. Their SARC region business is owned by CLHR today. And then Courseplay, which is the learning and development platform. So all these three companies we acquired between 2023 and 25. So that was the one significant growth momentum of CLHR as a group. And 2026, as Mr. Pandirajan was saying, about the AI, almost kind of in a huge way at the enterprise scale, almost every enterprise at our dining tables, we talk about AI. AI is in our daily life like the smartphone. AI is being used by enterprises across the world. So we are now started the third phase of CLHR's journey. That's what we are going to talk about, is we are at that inflection point, how we are going to use AI in our business, and what we see in future, we will talk about it. You want to talk? Okay. So a little more about the company. We do these three things. We help organizations to build the talent ecosystem for them. We help the companies to develop the talent. We help the companies to operate or manage the talent. In the area of building talent ecosystem, we help companies find the talent for their permanent roles as well as contractual roles. So that's how you will see that the services that we offer are like value staffing, professional staffing, executive search, selection and RPO. Executive search, selection and RPO are the recruitment solutions that we provide for the permanent roles in organizations. And value staffing is basically the contractual and the apprenticeship service that we provide to organizations at the bottom of that pyramid of any organization. And professional staffing is contractual staffing at mid to senior levels in organization for fixed duration of time for the projects that they want to accomplish. So value staffing, professional staffing, executive search, selection and RPO, these services are to build the talent ecosystem. And then skilling works as the backward integration to staffing. As you all know, there are skilling programs. One is for which are sponsored by government, state governments and central government. So those programs we run, as well as for the campuses that we have in every state to help them bridge the gap between what the industry is looking for, the employability gap. We run skilling programs in those campuses. help them find the jobs, make them ready for the industry. And background verification, we are again one of the largest background verification companies in India. We acquired the company Vibrant Screen about a year and a few months ago, almost 1.5 years ago. So all these services help the enterprises build their talent ecosystem. And in the develop side, we spoke about talent assessment, development and engagement solutions through Thomas, Jumbe and Postplay. And operate is basically to help the companies manage the entire life cycle of an employee. They need certain softwares and for compliance. So HRMS or the compliance dashboard, and sometimes companies outsource this entire activity to us to provide this as a service. So all of this is what we provide.
இந்த ஆண்டு நாங்கள் பண்ணது மிக முக்கியமான வேலையே இதுதான். இந்த BDO அப்படின்றது பில்ட் டெவலப் ஆபரேட்ன்ற 3 புள்ளிகள்ல எங்களோட 11 பிசினஸையும் ஒருங்கிணைக்கிறோம். எனவே 11 பிசினஸ்ன்றது 3 பிசினஸ் ஃபோக்கஸா இருக்கு சென்ற ஆண்டு. மிக முக்கியமான மாற்றம் எங்களை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் 1450 பேரும் இந்த 3 புள்ளிகளில் ஒருங்கிணைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறார்கள். To build human resources, to develop the human resources and operate the human resource management systems. இந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு எலிவேட்டர் பிட்ச் லெவல்ல இதை சொல்றதுக்கு லாஸ்ட் இயர் எங்களால முடிஞ்சிருக்கு. அது 5 கம்பெனி நாங்க இன்டிகிரேட் பண்ணியிருந்தாலும் அந்த 5 கம்பெனியுமே அவங்களோட அடையாளத்தை CLHRன்ற அடையாளத்துல இழந்து அவங்க வந்து ஒவ்வொரு இந்த 3 புள்ளிகள்ல ஒண்ணுல இணைஞ்சிருக்கிறாங்க. That's the important step towards the vision 2030.
So some highlights, financial highlights, revenue 1985 crores, about 32% growth. The point to be noted, as Mr. Pandirajan has already said, our industry is probably growing at about 10%, and we as a company have been able to grow by 32%.
The largest company has grown by 3%, which is a listed company, which has 21,000 crore revenue, and the growth rate is only 3%. The second largest company, which is again a listed company, has 11,000 crores revenue, but they've grown by 6%. And we are the 4th largest currently. Third largest has not given its balance sheet yet. But we are the 4th largest company. We have grown at 32%. That's the reason we believe in Vision 2030, that is 4 years from now, we will hit 6,000 crore plus. And with the highest profitability among the listed companies. That is what our vision components are.
So operating profit about 46.5 crore. It has grown by about 34%. We have already talked about the vision of the future that we will be the most profitable company. And PAT about 16.9 crore. Gross profit we run at about 10.5%. That has increased by 80 basis points over the previous year.
Yeah. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் நினைக்கிறேன், லாஸ்ட் இயர் நாங்கள் பப்ளிகேஷன் கொண்டு போகணும்னு பிளான் பண்ணியிருந்தோம். IPO pre-IPO raise பண்ணோம், 30 crores raise பண்ணோம் from eminent companies like Zoho, Pegasus Finvest and also a lot of HNIs. அது the month of January பண்ணி முடிச்சோம், January 26. அதுக்கப்புறம் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் the Trump ban started, market went into a dizzy, so adanaala we delayed our public issue. Another the public issue related expenses, almost 12 crores we have taken out of the balance sheet இந்த வருஷம். So அதனால அடுத்த வருஷம் எங்களுக்கு இன்னும் நல்லா இருக்கும் நம்புறோம். ஏன்னா last year we have taken away the pre-IPO expenses completely, and we believe that the path forward towards 6,000 crores will happen largely by our internal resources.
Yeah, so some numbers. We have spoken about 83 offices, 41 locations, 1,450 employees. We serve about 7,000 employees over the last 3 years. The temp employees, about 53,000 right now. And year-on-year growth of these temp employees about 23%. We have a payroll business, as you know, HRMS software and payroll business. So far, 2.2 lakh people have been payrolled. The audits that we carry out across different sites using our audit tool about 5.1 lakh records have been processed. The assessments that we do, talent assessment, about 9 lakhs so far done. So what it happens is so much of insight and data gets into our system, and we are able to understand the insight from all of that. So about the skilling business, 20 lakh plus, 135,000 people have been placed, so trained so far, and the candidates in background verification, about 37 lakh people so far have been verified till now.
Another important element which we like to highlight in the annual report, our free cash flow last year went up to 23.8 crores, and our operating cash flow went up to 36.2 crores. Okay, one of the reasons why I'm saying with internal resources we will achieve our 6,000 crore dream is that in spite of spending almost 12 crores on pre-IPO, we have managed to increase the free cash flow significantly in the company. The free cash flow is 23.8 crores and the operating cash flow is 36.28 crores. That's a very important indicator of financial efficiency. We converted ourselves into public limited company 2 years back, and we have ensured that every norms of governance have been very prudently used in order to generate the company to be a stable, high free cash flow, high operating cash flow company.
So this growth trajectory is something which we want to draw your attention to. When we started in 2015, we said we will touch about 1,000 crore revenue in 10 years. But we did that in 9 years. And in the next 2 years, from 1,000, we have come near 2,000 crores. So that's the kind of trajectory on which we are. So this shows the kind of trust that we enjoy of our clients and the long-term partnerships that we have built with our clients and the integrated approach that we have taken in our HR value chain. We are the only company in India which is fully integrated across the HR value chain of building human resource, developing human resource, and operating human resource. And lot of technology-led transformation which has happened in the company. So I would now request Nelson, our Chief Digital Officer, to talk about the technology part of progress that we have made.
Thanks, Aditya. So you might have seen a slide that talks about the People OS ecosystem, right? The People OS stands for People Operating System. That is the level that we integrate across the human capital development and human capital management. So other than build, develop, operate, how do we make it more efficient? How do we make it more advanced? How do we make it more user-friendly for our customers and clients? That is where technology plays a major role. If you technology AI, and then people talked about Gen AI, which is generative AI, and then we have moved to the next level, agentic AI. Whatever you see in the news today, whether it is from Anthropic or whether it is from OpenAI, agentic AI. So we have kind of now envisaged that much earlier. For the past 1+ years we have been working on, and I'm here to say very proudly we have more than 7+ agents already working in the production environment. Proof of technology, but we as a technology company, we have put them in live. Other than the slide, workforce intelligence agent, performance intelligence agent, and then learning intelligence agent, and then recruitment intelligence agent. These are the 4 agents which are used by our own HR team and also by our customers. இதில் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னாக்கா ஒவ்வொரு கம்பெனியும் உங்கள்கிட்ட ஒரு ஹெச்ஆர்எம்எஸ் சிஸ்டம் இருக்கும், பேரோல் சிஸ்டம் இருக்கும், உங்கள்கிட்ட ஒரு லேர்னிங் அண்ட் டெவலப்மெண்ட் சிஸ்டம்ஸ் இருக்கும். இந்த சிஸ்டம்ஸ்லாம் வேரியஸ் டேட்டா இருக்கும். அதெல்லாம் we call that as system of records. அங்கே இருக்கிற டேட்டாவை எடுத்து அந்த டேட்டாவை ட்ரெயின் பண்ணி ஒரு ஏஐ ஏஜென்ட் பெர்ஃபெக்டாக ஒர்க் பண்ணணும்னா அதுக்கு டேட்டா இருக்கணும். நாங்கள் கிட்டத்தட்ட we have been in the industry for 34 years and we have been in the technology side for the last 12-15 years. என்னென்ன டேட்டாலாம் நாங்கள் கேதர் பண்ணிப்போமோ அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி நாங்களே பில்டு பண்ண ஏஐ ஏஜென்ட்ல அதை ட்ரெயின் பண்ணி, அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் நாங்கள் இது வரைக்கும் பண்ணிருக்க ஹெச்ஆர் அட்வைசரி சர்வீசஸாக இருக்கட்டும் அல்லது ஹெச்ஆர் மேனேஜ் சர்வீஸ் அங்கெல்லாம் வந்து நாங்கள் நிறைய சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்கோம், யூஸ் கேசஸ் கொடுத்துருக்கோம். அதெல்லாம் வச்சு ட்ரெயின் பண்ணி இந்த ஏஜென்ட்ஸை பார்த்துருக்கோம். அதுக்கு லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் சைடில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஹெச்ஆர்எம்எஸ் இருக்குது, ஹியூமன் ரிசோர்ஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் சிஸ்டம், லேர்னிங் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் சிஸ்டம், உங்களோட ஓன் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் சிஸ்டம், உங்களோட ஓன் என்கேஜ்மெண்ட் சிஸ்டம், இந்த சர்வேலாம் ரன் பண்ணுறாங்க இல்லையா, அதெல்லாம் என்கேஜ்மெண்ட் சிஸ்டம். அண்ட் தென் யூ ஹவ் யுவர் ஓன் கொலாபரேஷன் டூல்ஸ். உங்கள்கிட்ட எம்எஸ் ஆஃபீஸ் இருக்கலாம், டீம்ஸ் இருக்கலாம், கூகுள் ஒர்க் ஸ்பேஸ் இருக்கலாம். ஓகே, அதெல்லாம் கூட நீங்கள் டேட்டா வச்சுருப்பீங்க, கூகுள் டிரைவ் இந்த டேட்டா, அது மாதிரி நீங்கள் வச்சிருக்க வேற ஃபைல் சிஸ்டம்ஸ், இது எல்லாத்தையும் இன்டெகிரேட் பண்ணி டேட்டாவை எடுத்து டிஸ்டில் பண்ணி க்ளீன் பண்ணி இந்த ஏஜென்ட்ஸ் ட்ரெயின் பண்ணியிருக்கிறதுனால we are able to claim that we are the very few HR companies in the entire world that has got agents running in production.